Hi, Andrew Hill here, Seadoo Global Brand Ambassador. I'm here today with my two Seadoo Fish Pro trophies, and I'm going to do a walkthrough with them to actually show you how to download the token charts from Seadoo so you can upgrade your charts to the latest mapping. So when you get a trophy, or any of the Fish Pros, your sounder will come in a package box like this unless it's been already mounted up here. So in here we have the unit. I've got two trophies here, so this is the one we're going to be using to add on the other one, and included in the box is your code to enter to download your charts, which is down the bottom here. Okay, so we'll go over to the other trophy over there and run through the steps on how to do it. I'm here on my Seadoo Fish Pro trophy. The Fish Pro trophy comes out with the Garmin 72 CV, and please note that when I'm doing this demonstration here, it will actually work on the other Fish Pros as well. So basically from 2022 on, all the Fish Pro range includes the token, which is like a voucher to download the charts. So your Fish Pro Scout and your Fish Pro Sport, they both have the Garmin 62 CV, and then on the trophy we have the 72 CV, which is a slightly bigger unit, as well as having touchscreen as well. So I'm going to run through this step by step with you, how to get started to download your maps. The first things first, if you have already used your unit and you've been struggling to download the charts, you will want to do a complete reset on the unit, okay? Which I'll show you that process now. And before you do a reset, if you've got any spots that you're needing saved, any data that's in the unit, you open up this card door here, you insert a spare card into here, a micro SD card, and then you save your data to the card, which I'll show you now because I have a chart already in there for that purpose. Before I attach the Garmin unit here, I'm going to remove the grommet here. It's a waterproof grommet to protect your terminals there while the sounder's not on there. Just put that down behind there and then click the unit in place. You can adjust the angle to where you like it. Another great tip before you get started is to also make sure your Fish Pro is set up in accessory mode. And to do that, you push this button here and you scroll down on the dash till you get to the gear cog there, and then you scroll across and up to accessory mode, and then if you enter accessory mode you can flick to on, and now if you remove your lanyard, your power supply will still be working for your fish finder here. And also make sure you've got plenty of battery power on your Fish Pro while you're doing this process. Connect a battery conditioner or charger to your batteries to make sure you've got sufficient power. Pretty cool feature on these trophies as well, it's actually got a larger charging output on it than all the other Fish Pros, so it's going to give you better charging in between your drifts and so forth. Save my existing spots that are on this used unit here. I need to go into navigation info and to manage data, and then to data transfer, and then save to card. And that there, any spots that I've saved on my Garmin will now be saved to the SD card. Pretty important to do that, because if anything ever happened to go wrong with the unit, you would lose all your spots if you haven't saved data and backed them up to your card or to your active captain. Okay, so the next process that I would like to do before we can get started, because for me to download the voucher or token as we call it for these upgraded charts, I need to start with the unit completely fresh with no information on it, all at its factory reset. Go to home, to settings, to system settings, to system information, and next go to reset and delete data and reset settings. Just need to push yes, and that will completely reset the unit so I can start fresh to format the new micro SD card that will be used to download the charts from the Garmin website. So I can remove my SD card that I saved all my old data on. For you owners that bought a brand new Fish Pro Sport, Trophy or Scout, if you haven't used the unit already, you will not need to go through this process. For initial power up of the Garmin unit, you'll need to select a few of these options here. I have to go for other. For some reason New Zealand isn't on the options there. Then I'll go to English. We don't want to have the stored demonstration on. I'm going to just quickly go through this system units. We use metric down in New Zealand, meters, what else? Time format 12 hours, yeah, that's fine. Just going to quickly scroll through here, not concerned with any of this at the moment. Can always sort this out later. So as you'll see here, the mapping has absolutely minimal detail. There is no chart detail here. So our objective is to load the complementary maps from seadoo to give us a lot more data and show us all the contour lines so we can have more successful fishing. So what you're going to need next is a micro SD card. So hopefully you've got one of those on hand. It needs to be a minimum of 8 GB, maximum of 32 GB. You've got your micro SD card. You've also got your token voucher here. With your code down here, you'll need that for when you go to your desktop, laptop, or even you can do it on an Apple Mac. So I'm going to open up this card, put it in the Garmin unit into the card reader so it can format. Really important you do this part of the process first and also have nothing else on the unit so it's at its initial power up, which I just demonstrated before. If you have used it already, and you do need to do a reset on it. So I'll open up this card and insert that in the Garmin. I'm going to start with the unit powered off, then I'm going to insert the micro SD card in here and then turn on the unit. It'll just go through its process of powering up. Once it's powered up, I'll give it about 30 seconds to make sure it's formatted that micro SD card. Then I can take it out and go to my desktop or laptop to start the next process to purchase the charts and download the maps. That should be sufficient now. With that card being formatted, I'll just turn it off to be safe. Risk damaging or corrupting the card. Open up the card door, push that micro SD in and take it to my laptop. Ready for the next stage. So I've got my laptop here, got a SD card reader, put the micro SD in there, and I'll just go into my web browser here, and I'm just going to go into the Garmin website here. For demonstration purposes, I'll probably go down to the US option down the bottom here. It's currently on New Zealand where I'm located, but I'll go into United States, and then what I want to do is I'll go up to Marine here, go to Purchases, next, Shop Now. Once you're on the map and you've got your region, you can go to Shop Now, and then it'll give you the option here to add to cart. I'm going to use the code for my region that I've already got here. It'll just make it a little bit easier. I need to add to cart. The value of this chart's $2.39. Then I need to enter my discount code, which is here. I have that already saved up here for me. Enter it in here. Apply. That should zero out. I will go to checkout. Just checking I've got everything correct there. Go continue. That's my order summary there to say I've got the charts. And the next stage, place order. All done. So now I'll have those available to me in the Garmin Express account or on your Active Captain, and I'm going to download the charts to my SD card through the Garmin Express app. I now have the confirmation email, and if I go up here to my account and go to orders, I should be able to see the transaction here. So order complete, and it's asking me to launch Garmin Express. So you will need to download for Windows or Mac, whichever you're using, Garmin Express. I fortunately already have Garmin Express installed in here, so I'll just go down to here and open up Garmin Express, and this is where I'm going to download the charts onto my micro SD card, which is in here in the side of my laptop. Next stage, I think this is where a few people have been having a few problems and why I've put together this video for you. So we're going to add a device. So it's just detecting what we've found, and it's found that card in my eDrive, which is relating to my Garmin unit that's on this Fish Pro trophy. And I would like to add the vessel. It's going to ask me to sign in. Just need to enter the same email address that I used for the order through the Garmin website. It's very important, otherwise they won't sync. So I'll sign in here. So I'm going to call this one trophy number 2, and also enter your location where you are, New Zealand. Next. Okay, so it's just checking for any updates here, chart updates. Should find my charts in here that I just purchased, and there they are. That's how easy it is when it all goes to plan. Then I just go over to the download cloud here. Download. Downloading. Continue. Just check all the terms. Accept. Insert card. Drive. Continue. Now this can take anywhere from 10 minutes to about 30 minutes, just depending on your processing speed. So just be patient, wait till it's 100% complete, and we'll be at the next stage once it's fully downloaded and be able to add it into the Garmin unit. It's going pretty fast here today. Really close to completion now. It's downloading. What are we at? 85%, looking good. Fingers crossed this has all gone to plan. Doesn't always go to script when you're videoing it. I'll be able to show you a few other tips and tricks also that I know about this Garmin unit, just to make it a little bit more user friendly for you owners. That's all looking really good, so I'll eject that. And try it out in the Garmin. The moment of truth. We've uploaded all the data to the micro SD card. Now I just need to insert it into the Garmin 72CV, nice and gently. It's springed in there nicely, and turn on the unit to power it up, and we'll see how we get on. Great, and look at that, there's all the mapping already. Looking really good. We've got all this extra chart detail here. Go to menu, fish chart menu, chart setup. Also just check that you've got most detail turned on. It'll really optimize all your data there for your charts. Now we have all these extra contour lines and all this detail. That's really going to help a lot with your fishing. You can be fishing foul ground, hunting around. It's also going to show you all your navigation hazards, everything. So when you go out on your adventures, you can do a lot more exploring to hunt the fish. Look at all that. That's what you're missing if you haven't used that token. So take advantage of it. It's a great feature to have the detailed charts. Really nice to see that it went to plan, so hopefully that's helped you guys with any issues you've been having with setting up your charts on your Fish Pro. Ask any questions in the comments feed and I'll try to get back to you, and hopefully I can answer them. Otherwise just deal with Garmin support. They've got some very helpful videos also on this discussion of uploading the charts. I've got a few other shortcuts I can show you also on this unit here that may be helpful for you. A few people have asked about water temperature on the Fish Pros, where that reading is on the Garmin. Because it's got an in-hull transducer, the GT15, it actually doesn't get a water temp, but you do also have that option of water temp on the display of the seadoo dash. So take advantage of that, just make sure you've got all your settings displaying what you're after. So as far as when I set up the Garmin unit, I have it pretty basic. I don't change any of the sensitivity settings, anything like that. I'll set it up with a combo screen, which I'll just show you here. I tend to use this option here, the combo, the presets here, my navigation on the left here, and my sounder on the right. You can change to what selections you want up here as well. If you're wanting to share your screenshots and you don't want to show people your GPS positions, you can actually turn that off. If you decide you want to show the complete screenshot to anyone back home on land, you hold down the home button here for a couple of seconds and then it says screenshot taken, and that will save it to your SD card. And remember what I said earlier, that's really important for all your spots that you're saving on here. Like if you go to mark and you save a spot like so, they actually save to the unit itself first, so you do want to back them up to your micro SD card so you don't lose them if anything ever goes wrong. This is for the 72CV, the touchscreen unit. If you set up a screen that you like, say you want this one here in between your split screen, if you hold one of the 4 buttons down here, the shortcut keys, for a couple of seconds, okay, you can just go back here, sorry, just demonstrating for you. So if I'm on the split screen here and I want to see the maps faster, just like that. So you've got 4 options of adding preset screens in here for you to make it quicker to interchange to what you want to see. Okay, that's all for my tips today on the Garmin unit, so hopefully that's been of some help to you. I need to pack mine up. It's nice and easy to release it. There's a quick release button on top here. Take that off. So remember, all those tips are suitable for the 62CV as well. So if you've got a Fish Pro Scout, Sport, or Trophy, these will be more than helpful for you. Feel free to comment away if there's still some more things you'd like to know, and hopefully I can answer them. And don't forget to subscribe, and see you on the water hopefully. Bye.